LEGO Star Wars set 75387 boarding the Tantive IV allows you to recreate the iconic scene where we meet Darth Vader for the very first time back in 1977, along with two stormtroopers, some rebel fleet troopers, and Captain Antilles. And of course, we have an exclusive minifigure, which is the ARC Trooper 5s from the Clone Wars series, which is a celebration of 25 years of LEGO Star Wars since 1999. And if you go here at the back of the box, you can see that there is some of the play features where the stormtroopers or the rebels can go flying as if they got shot or falling to the ground, and the door opening for Darth Vader's entrance. And then this part here where it has an invisible piece where it looks like he's using the Force to choke him, but in the movie he physically choked him. But there was also a mistake left in the movie where the actor playing Captain Antilles raised his hands to cover his face as he was thrown to the wall. Which is funny because they kept it in the movie. And if you look here to your right, you will see those black pieces, which means if you buy a second set of this, you can make a longer hallway with a slightly bigger army if you want to go that route. And of course, I already built the set, and here is the set as displayed in my opinion. I made it a bit different from the movie, but technically in Rogue One, Darth Vader did use the Force to pick up one of the rebels, so I kind of replicated that with those invisible pieces, which I absolutely love. And then, of course, there was the play features that I mentioned, where the rebels can go flying or they just got shot down, and it can be on either side for the stormtroopers or the rebels, and you can do that for all four of the normal troopers. So there's 4 places where you can let them fly like that as if they got shot. And then of course we have the exclusive minifigure, comes with this set 5s, which is one of my favorite clone troopers from the Clone Wars series. As you can see, there's the special printed piece that says 25 years of LEGO, which I really wish that LEGO could just make more printed pieces in general, because it's so much nicer than putting stickers on. Because this minifigure has arm printing, which is always fun to see, as well as some kind of backpack that I'm not really sure what he uses that for, but there is his face, and you can see there's a bit of a 5 on the front of his, or on the side of his face, which is cool because it's actually like that in the show, along with this nice detail, and of course the 2 blasters, which the ARC troopers usually had in the Clone Wars series. So this figure is exclusive to this set. It's a collectible figure, and it goes along really nicely to build your clone army. As mentioned earlier, here is the actual play feature to open the door for Darth Vader as he enters the Tantive IV. You can see a bit of the mechanism here from the back as it opens, along with this orange detail, which is kind of cool because it kind of refers to that classic way that they used fireworks, I believe, to make the effects of the door opening or exploding open as Darth Vader and the stormtroopers were invading the ship. And here you can see some of the mechanism from the other side of how it opens. What I really like about this Darth Vader is the fact that his mask comes in 2 pieces, where it's more accurate towards the movie. Of course, I like the classic Vader minifigure, but this one looks exactly like the scene in Return of the Jedi where Luke had to remove the mask after his dad asked him to, and it looks just like the movie. This is such a cool detail from LEGO. And then of course the mask itself, which also is very well detailed compared to the movie. Especially I love the fact that he actually has arm printing, which is pretty great. And this new thing that LEGO does where the capes are this nice cloth, which is more wavy and just feels more natural than those stiff capes that they used to have. But this is definitely a very nice Vader that you can get. You can get him for cheaper if you go for the mech suit Vader. But of course, I'm not going to get that set because I already have Vader. So I am really happy about that. All in all, I think this set is a really nice one to have, especially if you are a fan of the very first Star Wars movie, recreating the classic scene where we first meet Vader. And of course, if you are a big fan of the Clone Wars series, to get this nice 5s ARC Trooper And something that I would have liked more of the set is to have just printed pieces and not sticker pieces, because some of those stickers I did a fairly decent job, and then the other ones it is slightly skew, but it's not too bad. It would have just been very nice if it was just printed from the get-go. Something that I also would have liked if this platform was maybe a bit more longer, where it had a bit more space, because it feels a little too narrow. That would have been very nice. Or if they had made the set to be a bit extra long from the beginning instead of just buying another one. And what would have also made it nice is to have more stormtroopers and more rebels, but of course that would have made the price way too much, so I understand why they had to go with this size. But all in all, this is a fantastic set for me. I would definitely give this a 9 out of 10.